The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Psalm 46, verse 11, New King James Version. My daughter's blood-curdling scream ricocheted from the garage up to where I sat in my office on the second floor. I shot out of my chair and sprinted down 2 flights of stairs. I threw open the door from our mudroom to the garage, calling with no small amount of panic, "Faith! Faith! Are you okay?" My bare feet landed on the doormat sitting just inside the garage, just like they'd done 1,000 times before. And that's when I noticed a texture under one foot that in no way resembled the doormat. It was soft, kind of squishy. I looked down and in short order let out my own blood-curdling scream as I realized I had just stepped barefoot on a long snake. I jumped backward, hollering like I was on fire, and shut the garage door between me and it. After a couple of deep breaths and giving thanks to God that the creature didn't bite me, I simmered down enough to collect my wits and slowly, gingerly open the door again. The snake remained in its same position, folded back and forth on the mat like some kind of sadistic ribbon candy. I called for Faith again, and then I saw her waving from the driver's seat of the car parked in the garage. Faith, who had been outside, explained that she had proceeded to walk back toward the house through the same garage door before laying eyes on the snake. That's how she ended up screaming as she jumped into the car. I looked back at the snake, which hadn't moved a muscle. As riled up as Faith and I had been about the snake, it seemed completely unfazed by us. After double-checking the snake wasn't poisonous, I began laughing hysterically. Faith, still shut up inside the car, said she wasn't coming out till the snake was long gone. Dramatic or not, I totally understood that life decision. Being the tough-as-nails gal I am, I proceeded to ask my sons if one of them would take care of the critter for me. Ethan immediately accepted the job. Like some kind of reptile boss, he sauntered over to the snake, picked it up with his bare hands, and removed it from the premises to the field down the lane. I tell you, greater love hath no mamma than this, that her sons take care of the bugs and snakes for her. At least, that's the case with me. Sometimes I view the difficult change in my life, the kind I don't want and didn't ask for, like I viewed that particular snake. I'm walking along, minding my own business, and then this terrible change pops up where I least expect it, and my heart immediately drops to my ankles. Or maybe I did expect the change. After all, some difficult change is expected, but still unsettling. When that's the case, it can still bring unanticipated surprises. It may also bring anything from dread to a good scare to major harm. It may bring instant panic or simmering stress. Either way, its unwelcome presence can spin me up and my anxiety right along with it, and it's been doing so since my childhood. Prone to many an anxious thought as a kid and teen, I can still feel my daddy's arm slung around my shoulders as he said, "Now, Kristen, just simmer down, honey. Don't you know God is with you right here, right now?" I might have been studying for a math test or waiting on the dentist, and he would recognize when I began to panic. My daddy's kind presence reminded me of the Father's kind presence and helped my breathing to slow, my heart rate to calm, and my mind to clear. When I remembered God was near, my anxiety simmered down. Of course, as the dad of 3 daughters, he sometimes told my sisters and me to simmer down out of exasperation as we fought over Barbies or baby dolls or who got to sit in the highly coveted front seat of the car. But more often than not, simmer down became a gentle touchstone that turned me from the toxic train to truth and helped my emotions do the same as my reactions to change improved. I realize you may not be able to imagine having a dad who was a gentle presence in your life. If that's you, I'm so sorry. You deserve to be treasured first and foremost by both your parents. But you do have a heavenly Father who treasures you something fierce. If you still yourself and simmer down long enough, you'll sense his closeness saying, "Don't you know I am with you right here, right now?" God is as next to you as the dining room chair or the snoring husband or the 2 empty space at the other end of the couch, and he gave us his Son to be with us till the end of time.